The Shahi Imam of the Fatehpuri Masjid, Mufti Mukarram, has claimed Muslim youth are targeted by agencies ahead of both Independence Day and Republic Day. The Jamiat-e-Ulema-e-Hind has come forward to provide legal aid to Muslim men arrested in connection with the alleged Al-Qaeda module busted in Lucknow. They claim that in the past there have been many instances of innocent Muslims being targeted without evidence because of their religion. Politics over these arrests have escalated, and our Uttar Pradesh bureau gets us more. A controversial statement by the Shahi Imam of Fatehpuri Masjid.
मुसलमानों को आतंकवाद के इल्ज़ाम में फंसाने का सिलसिला बहुत सालों से चल रहा है। जब भी इंडिपेंडेंस डे आता है, जब भी रिपब्लिक डे आता है, 2-3 आतंकवादी पकड़े जाते हैं। ये ज़रूरी है, ये तो परंपरा बन गई कि लोगों को ये दिखाने के लिए कि हमारी जो एजेंसी है बहुत काम कर रही है, किसी को भी पकड़ लिया जाता है।
The influential cleric went on to claim that Muslims are being targeted in terror-related cases by agencies, and he's not the only one. The Jamiat-e-Ulema-e-Hind has come forward not only to provide legal aid to the alleged terror accused in the Lucknow Al-Qaeda case, but also claimed that investigation agencies without proof arrest Muslim youth on the basis of their religion.
हम लोगों के केस लड़ते हैं, वकील का खर्चा, इसलिए कि आमतौर पर लोग ऐसे होते हैं कि जो बेचारे अपने मुकदमे को चला नहीं पाते हैं।
इसका मतलब आपकी नज़रों में वो निर्दोष है?
अभी तक सबके नज़रों में वो निर्दोष, जब तक वो मुलजिम हैं उनको आप कैसे दोषी कह देंगे?
The Uttar Pradesh Minorities Minister Mohsin Raza hit out at what he called was an attempt to give a religious color to an anti-terror operation.
जब हम सबको सुरक्षा के लिए, सुरक्षा की दृष्टि से हमारी सुरक्षा एजेंसियां आगे बढ़ रही हों, अपनी जान जोखिम में डालकर आतंकियों को पकड़ के जेल में डालने का काम कर रही हों, उनके तार कहां हैं, अभी जांच का दायरा बढ़ रहा है, और ऐसे समय पर यह गैर जिम्मेदाराना बयान आना ये सिमी की याद दिलाता है। हमारे देश में एक प्रतिबंधित संगठन जो आतंकी गतिविधियों में पाई गई थी, सिमी, उसी से निकले हुए लोग हैं ये।
But in the run-up to elections in Uttar Pradesh, politics on the arrest of the 2 suspected Al-Qaeda-linked terror module has escalated. Former Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister and Samajwadi Party leader Akhilesh Yadav claimed he had no faith in either the Uttar Pradesh police or the Yogi Adityanath government's actions.
तो बक्का में एटीएस का एक ऑपरेशन चल रहा है, उसमें उन्होंने एक घर को घेरा हुआ है।
मैं उत्तर प्रदेश की पुलिस पर और खासकर बीजेपी की सरकार भरोसा नहीं कर सकता।
Congress leader Rashid Alvi linked the arrests to upcoming elections in Uttar Pradesh, saying there is a pattern to these arrests.
जब जब चुनाव आता है, इस तरीके के वाकयात होते हैं। ये क्यों होते हैं, इस सवाल का जवाब योगी आदित्यनाथ और बीजेपी के नेता ही दे सकते हैं।
AIMIM MP Asaduddin Owaisi also questioned the arrests.
नहीं मालूम कितनी जल्दी कोर्ट उसका फैसला करेगा, मगर अगर कल कोर्ट उनको अपने फैसले में उनको बेगुनाह करार देता है, तो क्या जो मीडिया और जो मीडिया के चैनल पर जाकर लोग बड़ी बड़ी बातें कर रहे हैं, क्या वो माफी चाहेंगे?
Police claim they've recovered explosives, a weapon, money and SIM cards that allegedly link the accused to an Al-Qaeda-linked terror plot to carry out a series of simultaneous suicide strikes across Uttar Pradesh. Police have also claimed that the module was being handled by an Al-Qaeda handler in Peshawar, Pakistan. Bureau Report, India Today. I'll get you more on the story, but the other big story that we're tracking here on India Today, the Delhi Police Crime Branch have made a significant arrest in an ISI espionage case in India. Now, Habibur Rahman was a vegetable supplier to the Indian Army at Pokhran. He's been arrested. Along with him, a Lance Naik of the Indian Army, Paramjeet, who'd since been promoted to the rank of a Naik, he's also been arrested. The Delhi police, along with military intelligence and the Intelligence Bureau, are out looking for others in this case, because the army has confirmed to the Delhi police that the documents that had been provided through Habibur Rahman to the ISI are genuine and they're confidential and secret documents.
With the arrest of this man, Habibur Rahman, a vegetable supply contractor to the Indian Army at Pokhran in Rajasthan, the Delhi police claims to have busted a spy network supplying secret and confidential documents to Pakistan's ISI.
क्राइम ब्रांच की टीम ने दबिश की और पोखरन से उसको हमने गिरफ्तार किया.
The crime branch found out that Habibur Rahman had received certain documents from then Lance Nayak Paramjeet, a clerk posted with an army formation in Pokhran.
उसके पास कुछ ऐसे दस्तावेज मौजूद थे जो कि डिफेंस एस्टैब्लिशमेंट्स की लोकेशंस के बारे में हैं, उनकी कुछ सेंसिटिव इंटेलिजेंस रिलेटेड इनपुट्स हैं, इस तरह के कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट दस्तावेज जो कि क्लासिफाइड हैं और सीक्रेट नेचर की हैं.
The documents were sent to the army headquarters in Delhi and it was verified that they were genuine and related to deployment of military formations and locations. Lance Nayak Paramjeet, who had already been promoted and transferred to Agra, was arrested.
परमजीत गिरफ्तार हो गया है. उनके मल्टीपल अकाउंट्स मिल रहे हैं और कुछ हवाला चैनल से पैसे आए हैं. उसका अभी हम लोग अकाउंटिंग कर रहे हैं.
During interrogation, it was revealed that Habibur Rahman has relatives in the Sindh province in Pakistan and had come in contact with Pakistan's ISI during a visit to his relatives.
इनको कुछ पैसे ऑफर किए गए थे एज इंसेंटिव जो हवाला चैनल से इन तक पहुंचे. इनके कुछ बैंक अकाउंट्स हम लोगों ने सीज किए हैं. उन बैंक अकाउंट से ये क्लियर कट सामने आता है कि इन दोनों को जो इनके हैंडलर्स हैं उनके माध्यम से कुछ पैसे पहुंचाए गए.
While the handlers across the border in Pakistan have been identified, efforts are on to nail the local conduits. Certain employees of the Pakistan High Commission are also under the scanner. Bureau Report, India Today.
Is there merit in the contention that the arrests of Muhammad Mustaqeen, Masiruddin, Minhaz, Muhammad Moid and Shakil are politically motivated with an eye either on elections in Uttar Pradesh or because of their religion? Or is this contention a part of politics just before elections? Joining me on India First is Atikur Rahman, a respected Islamic scholar. Vikram Singh is former Director General of the Uttar Pradesh Police, and Sanju Verma represents the Bharatiya Janata Party. And Atikur Rahman, if I may, a live bomb was diffused when the first two accused were arrested, according to Prashant Kumar, ADGP Law and Order Uttar Pradesh. Police claim explosives and a weapon were recovered from the second location. Now it's for courts to decide whether a person is guilty or innocent. Do those who say that Muslims are being arrested because of their religion ahead of Independence Day or Republic Day have no faith in our system, sir?
Gaurav, let me remind you, we have always respected, the law of the land. The problem is, in the past 6 months, what was under scanner was the Yogi government, wherein the courts have reprimanded his government for misusing the law of the land. They have misused not only the UAPA, they have misused the sedition law, which is under scanner right now of the Supreme Court too. So what is to be questioned is the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. They are misusing the ATS, they are misusing our intelligence agencies. We cannot trust them. Why we cannot trust them? Because the courts have reprimanded them.
Sir, that is proof enough that we have a functional democracy, and in case the police steps out of line or the political leadership steps out of line, the courts reprimand them. Why prejudge the case? But Sanju Verma, respond to this point. It is the right of an accused to legal aid, and Jamiyat-e-Ulema-e-Hind is just providing legal aid. Why should Mohsin Raza, UP Minorities Minister, have an issue with either this or the claim that agencies have in the past arrested Muslim youth without evidence because of their religion, as claimed by Jamiyat in a statement, ma'am?
You know, I don't want to dignify the statement made by Jamiyat Ulema-e-Hind because it's a radicalized outfit. And I absolutely concur with the fact that even an accused has the right to legal recourse and legal aid by way of lawyers and legal apparatus. Having said that, I fail to understand why likes of Atikur Rahman Gaurav are always on the wrong side of the fence. Before casting aspersions on Yogi Adityanath and on the Uttar Pradesh police, which have done a fabulous job last month in busting that conversion racket, where we arrested Muhammad Umar Gautam, who was shamefully converting.
You are misutilizing the state agency.
Sir, one by one. Sir, one by one. Let Sanju Verma finish a point. I will come to you, sir. Go on, ma'am.
Atikur Rahman belongs to a radicalized class which, instead of standing in solidarity with the Uttar Pradesh police, had the cheek and the audacity to say that Muhammad Umar Gautam was innocent. Muhammad Umar Gautam has been arrested for forcefully converting 2,000 deaf, dumb and mute children, and it cannot get any more pathetic than that.
Yet not convicted, ma'am.
We also busted the ISIS module which was operating in Uttar Pradesh. Do you remember, Gaurav, that even in 2017, just before Prime Minister Modi's roadshow in Lucknow, the Uttar Pradesh ATS did a fabulous job by getting inside an abandoned building and arresting and killing right on spot a man called Saifullah who had links with the Al-Qaeda, ISIS and PAK operatives. My simple point is that why is it that the Jamiyat Ulema-e-Hind is also funding the legal aid that is being provided, mind you, to Kamlesh Tiwari's killers? Rashid Pathan, who killed Kamlesh Tiwari. There are many witnesses who saw him do it in broad daylight.
Okay.
Kamlesh Tiwari was dragged out of his house and gunned down. Why do you have to support Rashid Pathan?
Okay.
Do you have any answers to that?
Okay, Atikur Rahman, respond before I bring in Dr. Vikram Singh, former DGP UP. Respond that this is not about defending the innocent, as Sanju Verma puts it, but is this defense based only on religion, sir?
Yes. Now, talking of religion, at least, Gaurav, Sanju Verma do not stand on moral ground. Because if she wants to speak on this aspect, first of all, they will have to recall the lady sitting in the parliament who is a terror accused.
Sadhvi Pragya has been exonerated of various charges by the court. Stop
No, she has not been
disrespecting the judgment of the
Gaurav,
court.
what is this?
How dare you
Misguiding your
disrespect the
viewers?
courts?
Misguiding the
Atikur
viewers?
Rahman,
She is
you are
making all the
radicalized
drama in the
Muslim.
court.
You
She
are
is playing
radicalized
volleyball.
Islamist.
She is dancing in a wedding party, and she goes to the court and she will on hand ground that terror accused has been taken by the BJP to the parliament. Do they stand on moral ground to
Both of you speaking simultaneously, does not help. Okay, my request to both my guests is step back for a moment. Let me bring in Dr. Vikram Singh for a moment. Sir, where is the evidence of this alleged link to Al-Qaeda or a handler in Peshawar in Pakistan or a money trail through Hawala? The Uttar Pradesh police, they've made a series of allegations or they've made a series of points yet to be proven in a court of law, and several Islamic scholars I have spoken to say in UAPA cases, the process is the punishment.
Mr. Gaurav Sawant, in the face of this overwhelming recoveries, if we go to the case of Mushiruddin and Minhas, if the recovery of urea and ammonium nitrate pressure cookers, 25 lakh rupees cash, a pistol and other incriminating material, the maps of Ajodhya complex and the Varanasi complex and other VIP areas, and also 175 SIM cards and other incriminating material, if this is not evidence, then what is? Then also sustained interrogation by the ATS. And make no mistake about it, ATS and the UP police are not pliable supine instruments in the hands of any political party. They are upright and professional organizations and work as per the dictates of the Constitution of India and not by the dictates of the manifesto of any political party. And to dilute and to denigrate and question their absolutely top-grade professional work, the like of which I have not seen, not only in Uttar Pradesh but in the country, and it's difficult to find an example where preemptive strike and recoveries were made.
Okay.
We often repeat cliche-ridden, prefabricated narratives. Innocent बच्चे, बेगुनाह बच्चे अगर बेगुनाह हो तो जरूर इमदाद कीजिए. At the moment they are accused of heinous crime, convincing recoveries. Until the time they are not exonerated by the court of law, they require no help from any quarter. And those who seem to be standing by the side of those involved, accused of anti-national activities, need to introspect. Had I or anyone else been in their position, I would have been dismissed from service first. As they say, shoot first, apologize later. I may be sounding a little harsh, but this is exactly, you have to have a zero tolerance. If that be the case, that you wait for judicial pronouncement and then say, it is just not acceptable at all.
Okay, Atikur Rahman, forget live bombs that Prashant Kumar, ADGP Law and Order says was recovered, that live pressure cooker bomb that was diffused. Police say inputs came from central agencies. Police also say that it's the Jammu and Kashmir police that was investigating another case. And that is where, during an interception, this information came, which was passed on and then developed. Are you saying, Atikur Rahman, or is the Jamiyat-e-Ulema-e-Hind or, Maulana Mukarram and others, are you implying that the entire system in our country cannot be trusted? Or is this a deliberate attempt to give cover fire to the accused?
Never, you see, Gaurav, never we will do this. Legal aid is a right of an accused.
Sure.
And with due respect to Vikram Singh ji, sir, if you say that the legal aid should not be provided to them...
Sir, nobody is saying legal aid should not be provided. With due respect, मुसलमानों को आतंक में फंसाने का सिलसिला चला आ रहा है. What would you make of a statement like this? मुसलमानों को आतंक में फंसाने का सिलसिला चला आ रहा है. जब भी रिपब्लिक डे, इंडिपेंडेंस डे आता है, परंपरा है लोगों को दिखाने के लिए पकड़ लिया जाता है.
So, Gaurav, what else conclusion we should reach? Wherein the courts in the last 6 months have reprimanded the Yogi government on UAP and citizen charges.
तो ये सिलसिला पहले से चला आ रहा है कि 6 महीने से चला आ रहा है? Sanju Verma, please respond. Rashid Alvi of the Congress party also says it's being done deliberately ahead of Uttar Pradesh elections. Akhilesh Yadav says he has no faith in the Uttar Pradesh police or Yogi Adityanath's government.
You know, Gaurav, now I did not interrupt him. You will have to ensure that I am not interrupted, because the moment I start speaking, Atikur Rahman starts tickling.
Speak the
First and
truth.
foremost.
Speak the truth. For
One by
God.
one.
Speak.
Sir,
I
sir,
will
let her
speak.
finish her point. Let her finish her point. I will come back to you to respond, sir. Go on, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Gaurav, you know what I feel very strongly about? I think there are many Muslims who are very educated, they are very progressive. But radicalized people like Atikur Rahman do a great disservice to the Muslim community.
No,
He's going
why target my
ranting.
guest, ma'am? No, let's stay on merits,
Okay.
please.
Let me now come to the merits of the case. Who are the people who are raising heckles against the arrest of a Muhammad Umar Gautam or a Minhas or a Shakil or a Muhammad Mohit? This is the same gang which till today refuses to believe that an ex-AAP councillor, Tahir Hussain, was responsible for killing a young 25-year-old IB officer called Ankit Sharma. This is the same lot which believes that Afzal Guru, by virtue of being a doctor, should not have been given capital punishment, though he wanted to blow up the parliament building. This is the same lot which believes that Yaqub Memon, despite 257 people dying in the Bombay bomb blast, should not have been hanged to death because he was a chartered accountant. This is the same lot which believes that Osama bin Laden was a very intellectually charged Islamic theologist and an engineer and could have done no wrong. So the point is, each time the bluff of radicalized Islam is called out, these people come out of their rat holes and start blaming the judiciary, the administration, the ruling government of the day. I want to tell Atikur Rahman one thing. You keep talking about Sadhvi Pragya and Colonel Purohit. Let me tell you, by that logic, why is it that you continue to condone the death of Stan Swamy? The NIA court clearly said Stan Swamy was a rebel Maoist who had terror links.
Stan Swamy is another debate, ma'am. But let me stay on the current case. Ma'am, you've made your point. Atikur Rahman, please respond, sir.
Gaurav, so far they are not making the lady resign from the member of parliament. We cannot, allow them to speak on this subject. As far as Dr. Vikram Singh is concerned, I really, I have pains today that he is without any evidence charging the accused
Without
to be
any
guilty.
evidence.
The court
Without
cannot
any evidence, what?
let the courts decide, Dr. Vikram Singh ji. So far, the legal aid is not provided to the accused. How on earth will we prove that they are innocent?
Okay. Sir, on the
Gaurav,
specific
Purohit
point,
has been
ma'am, hold
exonerated
on.
by the court.
On that specific
Stop
point of
hallucinating
without
the
any
people,
evidence,
Stop
ma'am,
hallucinating.
ma'am, give me 30 seconds. Dr. Vikram Singh, for the benefit of Atikur Rahman and others who are listening to this debate, the evidence against the accused in your appreciation, according to the Uttar Pradesh Police, sir, since you're former DGP, the evidence so far.
The evidence is overwhelming and sufficient to convict anyone. I did not say that they are guilty. I said that they're accused of horrific crime and the evidence against them is overwhelming. I never for a moment said that they should be denied legal help. They should be given all legal. For the state, it is for their families. And if I were to give a Gaurav Sawant or Sanju Verma I were to give, it will be misconstrued that you are siding with those accused of horrific crimes. And that is where the problem arises. There is enough light in the world for those who wish to see and enough darkness for those who have the opposite disposition. Mr. Atiq, my advice to you would be, please see the overwhelming evidence. And we are not inimical. We are not adversely disposed towards anyone, but one with whom there is credible information and reason to
Gaurav,
believe that
10
he is
seconds to
indulging in
me.
anti-national activities.
Sure.
There can be no compassion towards them. To the contrary, I would say to
Gaurav,
be
10
absolutely
seconds to me.
Of course,
ruthless
Atikur
towards
Rahman.
them.
Would
Ruthless
a-
with a capital R.
Yes.
Ruthless with a capital R.
Okay,
Anyone
Mr.
or anyone.
Mr. Atikur Rahman, would a live bomb be
Sir,
considered evidence? Would a live bomb,
Sir,
because I want you to see those images of Uttar Pradesh police, the anti-terror squad saying, the bomb disposal squad saying they defused a live bomb. That's point one. Point two, weapon. Point three, explosives. And other evidence that needs to be produced in a court of law. Of course, guilty or not will be decided by a court of law. But is there a deliberate attempt to create that atmosphere that innocent Muslims are being targeted? Is there an attempt to vitiate the atmosphere, the environment, sir?
Sir, I too stand as a zero tolerance to terrorism. Yarin, I am only requesting that if you are saying that there is overwhelming evidence in the past, how many terror accused have been freed by the courts, and the same ATS and NIA had said that they had overwhelming evidence, but they were freed. They ruined their lives for 15 years, 16 years, 20 years. They have
Mr.
no
Atiq,
life
that is-
now. They have no family now. They have no job now.
Yes. No,
Just too
that's
bad,
a fair
Sheikh
point
Saab,
you raised.
just
And
too bad.
Mr. Vikram Singh, there is merit in the Jamiyat saying that they will provide legal aid to the accused. There's nothing wrong with it. Why is there suspicion that this is being done with an ulterior motive? What can that ulterior motive be, as is being alleged by the ruling party?
The general perception is, Gaurav ji, in our society, if a child, even if the son is accused of this crime, the parents will say, you get out of the house, and they will disown the child. Under these circumstances, I see no reason why there should be a compulsion to embrace people charged with the most horrific crime, and when there is a general consensus that there should be zero tolerance. Where there should be zero tolerance and you should ostracize such people, where is the need and the necessity and the occasion to embrace them and provide them with legal help and shower
Sir,
them with
where are
bounties?
we?
I fail to
Okay.
understand.
I need to come in, Gaurav.
Okay.
We are not
Sir, give me a moment. Let me bring in Sanju Verma into this conversation. Atikur Rahman, give me 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds. Sanju Verma, both the Congress and the Samajwadi Party are raising questions not just about the credibility of the Uttar Pradesh police, but also the Yogi Adityanath government. Police are being accused of acting at the behest of the political leadership, ma'am.
You know, Gaurav, I just want to make it very clear that for the first time in 2019, a case which was pending since 2007, mind you, remember, our 7 CRPF Jawans lost their lives in Uttar Pradesh in a terror attack. It was thanks to the alacrity of the Yogi Adityanath government and the central investigative agencies under Narendra Modi that finally the people behind that attack in Rampur were apprehended and were awarded capital punishment. But look at the likes of Samajwadi Party. In the 2006 Varanasi blast, in which 28 people were killed and more than 100 injured, Akhilesh Yadav actually pleaded with the courts that let the perpetrators go free.
Okay.
Akhilesh Yadav is on record saying that the Batla House encounter perpetrators were actually innocent. We know that Sonia Gandhi was actually shedding tears, not for the victim of Batla House, Mohan Chand Sharma, the inspector who lost his life, but for the aggressors. So I think the Congress and the Samajwadi Party have got their priorities completely wrong. And I'm not surprised that Atikur Rahman, who seems to be an acolyte of the opposition, is coming here and whining, fretting, fuming.
Okay, ma'am,
that
no
more
personal
Muslims
attacks
are
on
being
my
targeted.
guests, and that's my request to all our guests on every show. But Atikur Rahman merit in the ruling party, saying that there is a pattern to those who shed tears for terrorists. And it's a Batla House's case in point. Batla House was a transparent investigation where Indian Mujahideen terrorists were neutralized. And you saw the politics that happened over it.
Gaurav, how can we believe them? They have planted evidence in the Bhima Koregaon.
Sir, I'm talking about Batla House specifically. Sir, Batla House is one case where terror attacks in Delhi came to an end after that Indian Mujahideen module was neutralized.
If you are pinpointing to the Indian Mujahideen, then I would pinpoint to Hemant Karkare, wherein he, did his best job, and now the same ruling party, they are leaving no stone unturned to undo whatever he had done for terrorism. Abhinav Bharat.
So you are saying the Batla House politicization was correct? Is that your point? Is that your response?
Pune bakery blast, everywhere radicalized Islamist elements were responsible. Let me tell you, Atikur Rahman, what the United Nations says. It says 9 out of top 10 terror organizations in the world have a radicalized Islamist DNA. जाकर United Nations की report पढ़िए and then come and lecture the Bharatiya Janata Party. You come here, you start casting aspersions on the judiciary. You cast aspersions on
I don't want this meme, but I want to bring in.
They do not issue any receipts for funds.
Vikram Singh, Dr. Vikram Singh.
RSS organization.
So-called intellectual.
Atikur Rahman, I think you need to prepare better for debates if you're going to compare a UN designated terrorist organization like the Lashkar or other stuff. Sir, let's stay on merits.
Radicalized Islam is the biggest terror threat globally. Please acknowledge that.
But Vikram Singh, what needs to be done to ensure that the probe is transparent, probe is impartial? Is there a need to set up fast-track courts on terror cases and impose penalty on the police if the accused are finally not guilty, sir?
In this grim situation, Gauravji, the task is that national security is of topmost priority and zero tolerance towards anti-national elements. Not only fast-track courts, expert prosecutors, expert investigators, state-of-the-art ballistic and forensic science laboratories, and of course, investigation that is classy, that is incontrovertible and beyond any doubt. And convictions, once they happen, indeed, those who are the supporters and who funded them and stood by them also need to be identified, named and shamed, because India comes first, always and every time.
It indeed does. I have breaking news coming in. Stay with me. There's a story that's coming from Agra once again in Uttar Pradesh, where the allegation is pro-Pakistan slogans were chanted at a Samajwadi Party protest. Pakistan Zindabad slogans raised at the Samajwadi Party protest site in Agra. And we are now being told that the Uttar Pradesh police have initiated an inquiry, and the Superintendent Police Agra is probing this incident. Let's listen in to what happened at this rally. This actually needs to be investigated, and we'll come back to the story after UP police investigations have been completed. A quick break. On the other side, we'll take you to Varanasi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has praised Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath not